Hello everyone, and welcome to the J72 Gaming Channel. My name is Jacob, but you can just call me Jay here. Path of Titans has just undergone a huge update for the game, where they've decided to make the upgrade from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. This is a trend that many game developers are making, as it should help their games stay relevant in the upcoming years, but today I wanted to dive into the world of Path of Titans and see how the upgrade looks, feels, and performs, and share my experience with all of you to see if this is a game that you might be interested in getting into. Now, I've done a lot of videos on Path of Titans over the past year, and so it's going to be really interesting to see the difference between how it was then and how it is now. So if you're interested in seeing kind of the progress of Path of Titans throughout the years, I welcome you to subscribe to join us here in the Sauropod squad. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. Thanks. All right, everybody, let's get into the game here. So if you haven't played Path of Titans before, it's a dinosaur survival game where your full focus is to really grow your dinosaur up from juvenile all the way up to adult, or from hatchling really all the way up to adult, and survive. But it's got a kind of an MMO twist in this game. So you can see that you got a character tab here, and that you've got a lot of characters that you can create. And as you kind of play the dinosaurs or creatures, because there's some reptiles here, you get marks, and you can use those marks to get new abilities and to kind of upgrade yourself as you go, which is really fun. So you can see here, I've played a few. I've dived into a little bit. They're all pretty much still juvenile because it does take a good amount of time. It is an MMO, and so it does take a little bit of time to get them to full adult. But I think today, you can see here, I've got Speedy Boi, who I consider my main dinosaur. He is a sub-adult, and so today we're going to get him to adult. So not only are we going to experience all the changes of Unreal Engine 5, but we're going to get to full adult here and kind of see everything that entails. All right, back playing Speedy Boi. Feels good, not gonna lie, feels good. I always loved playing Speedy Boi. Now, first things first, I do want to say that the atmosphere of Path of Titans is not always bright and sunny. And so even though this is now Unreal Engine 5, it is a gloomy, foggy day, right? And doesn't quite look as amazing as I think it could and will look when we get, like, morning sun rays beaming down. Now, I also do want to mention, and I'm going to take time because we're talking about Unreal Engine 5 and its settings, basically, and how good it is. I do want to let you all know that these are the settings I have, so I'm not playing with full epic quality. Unfortunately, my computer can't handle that while recording. I can handle it when playing by myself, so that is something to keep in mind. It does look a little bit better than it does right now, but I think you guys understand kind of what I'm going with that. All right, well, let's get underway. Let's get back into it. I haven't played Path of Titans for quite a while, simply because they were doing some testing with the map, and they shrunk the map size. So if I hit M here, you guys can see it actually looks like it completely reset my map. I had it filled out before, and it looks like I have to rediscover it, which is fine. It's a little bit of a bummer, but it's no big deal. But yeah, the map used to be, I'll use my mouse here, it used to be like this big for a while. Like, they really shrunk it, and they finally reopened the map, so now we can fully explore it. They said they did that because they were testing basically how player interactions were working. They had some lag, and they wanted to make it so that they could work on that. So they were basically making it so that players would bump into each other more often, which is good for testing, but as far as gameplay, made the map a lot smaller. And as somebody who loves exploring the map and also sharing the map with you guys, the experience of having like a really small map after having a large map was kind of detrimental to me, so I stopped playing for quite a while. But now that it's back, I'm here and I'm ready to play a lot more. And I know that we just got the Barsobuldia, I think if I said that right, as a new giant herbivore, massive dinosaur. So I'll probably have to jump in and check that out pretty soon for you guys. But today, we're just going to get Speedy Boi to full adult. You can see down here at the bottom of the screen, if you guys are new to Path of Titans, down at the bottom of the screen, you have my HP bar, and just above that, the yellow one with the notches, that's my experience bar. So you can tell that I'm almost full on that bar, and this is the bar that shows off sub-adult. So I am almost full adult, which is cool. And once you complete a quest, you get a little bit of a growth time. So you don't grow naturally in this game. You have to do quests to upgrade your dinosaur, which is a little bit different from some of the other dinosaur survival games, or just creature survival games in general. It's a little bit different than those, but it goes with that MMO feeling, right? It goes with that MMO vibe that they're trying to go for, which is cool. It's unique, it's different, and I'm all for it. Okay, so I think kind of my main goal today, obviously, is to check out Unreal Engine 5, right? And it's to check out what it's like to finally get to full adult. But I also really want to pay attention to the population of the player base and kind of see how much I actually do bump into people, right? Like I said, they shrunk the map to test interactions between players, but now they brought the map back to large. So I'm wondering if it's going to feel a little bit more barren, or if they have made it in a way that players are still kind of roaming around, they're still kind of doing stuff, they're still kind of populating the whole map. Luckily, I'm playing Speedy Boi here, which is a Struthiomimus. It's the fastest thing in the game, and I like that for two reasons. One, I like it just from, personal gameplay. I like to jump around and hop over things and do some hardcore parkour, and like right here, you can go, hardcore parkour! But another good reason is it's a really great dinosaur for content creating here on YouTube, as I can get around, I don't have to worry about dying, and I can kind of get around the map and show you guys things. So Speedy Boi's kind of my, he's my dinosaur on the ground, boots on the ground, so to speak. He's the speedy guy that can get around and do things that I need him to do for all of us to check out the new stuff in the game. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep on going. I'm gonna get over here to Sweetwater Gully, which looks like it's my quest. Luckily, with the fast dinosaurs, you can pretty much just kind of do the location quest, like bam, just there, and get those over with pretty quick. So you can actually grow fairly fast. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down here and get my energy back as we look at Speedy Boi. We should also have enough marks today. Let's see, I'll go ahead and show you guys the character screen here. So you can see that I've got 8,290 marks, and that's because I'm almost full adult. I've been, questing for quite a while. It does look like the frame rate in here is a little bad, unfortunately. I don't remember that being an Unreal Engine 4, so that might be something that they still got to work on. But anyway, here you can see my different types of abilities, and I can, purchase them back at the home cave with all the marks that I made, and we should be able to get a new skin. I do have the skin that I want already planned out. It's going to be red stripe here, which we can actually unlock right now, so maybe we'll go ahead and do that in a little bit. I'll run my way over to a home cave, because you have to do a home cave, which is kind of like Sims as far as dinosaurs go. You get to customize your own cave and do all that, which is, again, a unique choice for the game to do. Let's see, are we near one? We're sort of near one. So I'll start making my way over there, and we'll get the red stripe skin all set up and going. And yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, I've made it to Dark Falls, which is one of my favorite little small areas of the game. I almost said secret, but it's not really secret. It's just kind of smaller. I do have to drink water, so I figured I'd take this opportunity here to kind of check out the water and see if the water looks any different than it did before. And it's hard to say. Again, it's been like 3 or 4 months since I've really played this game, but the water effects don't look horrible. They look rather good, honestly. And that's the biggest change, as far as I'm aware, from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. It's not necessarily the textures and the pixels, but it's more so the lighting quality, the water graphics and rendering, and just generally like atmospheric additions, not so much the physical things you see, if that makes sense. So at first, running around here for just the little bit that we have already doesn't look too different than it did before, but it is important to note that they shifted over so that the ultimate goal that they can do with the game is larger. Like, the scale of how they can improve the game has moved the benchmark forward. So with Unreal Engine 4, they were really stuck and couldn't make it really any better than it is, but now the benchmark has moved, so going forward in the next year or two, they can make big steps forward with, maybe the lighting and the water and maybe the textures too. I don't know everything about Unreal Engine 5, but I do know that it's just a better engine overall. Obviously, it's a full upgrade. So yeah, it's exciting to see what they will do. It doesn't look like it has changed too much. And again, I'm running in kind of medium graphics here, so do keep that in mind. That's a big thing of today's video to really keep in mind. But yeah, it looks all right. I'm excited to see where they go. Also, every video we got to do this. You're not playing a dinosaur game if you don't get to an edge and do a roar. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. The good old server restart. If you've been a fan of watching some of my other Path of Titans videos over this past year, you will know that we get a server restart every single video. It's kind of reoccurring theme. It's kind of annoying on my end, I'm not gonna lie. They used to have server restarts, I think, every 2 hours, which is why it happened every video, because it takes me about 2 or 3 hours to record one of these. But recently they changed it to, I think, 3 or 4 hours. They definitely extended it. But lucky us, we still get one, right? Every video, we're gonna get one. Ooh, I finally saw somebody. I think it was... I think it was a little Campto. Oh, I hear him. Let's see what's going on. I love running into people as Speedy Boi because I'm fast. I can get away. Oh, it's a big boy. Look at that. There is the new... There's also something to my left I gotta be careful of. Hello. What's going on? I'll give him a friendly. What up, fellow herbivores? Yeah, this guy is large. What's up, man? That's cool. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh, here we go. We found the herds. Nice. I gotta be careful though, because where there's herds, there tends to be predators hanging out. Yeah, look at these. Both of them have fully grown albino skin. So these players have been playing these for a while, because these just came out. So yeah, they're these are some hardcore players for sure. I think the Barcelona came out, I don't know, like 4 days ago, maybe 5. Can I use some food? You guys gonna let me share? These guys are friendly. They could probably kill me in like a hit, to be honest. I've heard that these guys are a little bit OP right now, in the sense that they're just kind of, once they get fully grown, they're really quite impossible to take down. But I think that's okay, right? Like, you're playing the large, giant herbivore. That's kind of your reward, I think, for struggling through the whole growth. Yeah, let out a belt. I can do that too. Let's join them. Do the dance? Do the dance. Yeah, dino dance. Alright, take care, guys. Always cool to see. Yeah, the fact that both those guys were the albino skin means that they have played a lot and bought more or less the most expensive skin. One of the top 4, at least. Most expensive skins for their dinosaurs. The albino and the melanistic, which is pure white or pure black, is available for every dinosaur in the game, and it tends to be one of the more expensive choices, which is pretty cool to see. Respectful choice by them, and seeing 2 of them is pretty neat. Alright, so I'm gonna go get over here to what is known as Grassland Lake. It's a pretty popular place in the map, and I want to see if people are still hanging out. We are gonna have the restart though, so I'm gonna kind of find a nice little safe bush to hide, let the restart do its thing, and we'll be right back and see who we see in the new server. Alright, server restart has come and gone, and we are back. Luckily, it's still a nice, gorgeous day out. Pretty good, pretty good. Go ahead and see if anybody is down here at that lake, and then might do some quests here, clear some lake wood, and get a little bit of growth going so we can end this episode with me as full adult. And yeah, let's go ahead and see if anyone's hanging around. Here we are at Grassland Lake proper. Looks to be pretty quiet today. Maybe it's just those big boys that we saw earlier hanging out and they just moved out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clear some lakeweed and get a quest done here. This lakeweed quest is always terrifying for me because Speedy Boi here is not the best swimmer. He's the best runner, but if I get caught out in the water, it's dangerous. So I definitely made sure to check all my perimeters here before diving into this water. But you can see that it drains my stamina pretty quick. But one more, we should have the quest done. Nice. 200 marks, I'll take it. I will take it. Let's go ahead and run up into the trees here and rest to get my stamina back. Ooh. There are some growls around me now. What do we got in there? Looks like we've got a Triceratops hiding in the trees. Looks like we bumped into kind of that herd once more. Get a good view here. Yep, got a trike in there hiding. We got... I think I hear something to my left. Oh, yep, there we go. There's a predator. Looks like an Allosaurus, perhaps? Hello again. He's got a cool spot there. Oh yeah, got a bunch of guys hanging out here. Okay, cool. So the player base is still doing their thing. A lot of fully grown players here. Everyone's on edge. Look like they're very aware of potential hunters over here. What's cool about the Struthiomimus is I can run up to those guys and, like, they're not catching me. They're not catching me at all. They might think they can, though. They might try. Let's see if we can goad them. Hello. You gonna come for me? Nope. I'll run circles around the carnivore. She's like, I just want my flowers, man. He's questioned. Alright. Looks like they're all relatively peaceful. More or less. Doing a standoff. We're gonna continue on, though. And, get over to the home cave that I can show you guys some of the skins that I plan to unlock on this guy. Alright everybody, I'm in the area here by the Northwest Waystone, and since I figure a lot of you who are watching might be new to Path of Titans in this video specifically, I kind of wanted to show off what the Waystone is. The Waystone's a cool little addition to the game that allows you to teleport group members. It's down there if you can see it in the corner. You approach that and you can basically use it to teleport any of your group members to your location. So even though the map is huge, you don't actually have to traverse the entire distance to group up with friends. Just one of your friends has to get to one of the multiple Waystones in the map and can then teleport everybody to your location, which is pretty cool. They also have kind of a little bit of a mystical element to it, if you will. There's these mushrooms that kind of emanate magic, if you will, and those Waystones have a durability, and when they get used up, and you have to kind of refuel them with those mushrooms, which is kind of cool. So it's making the Path of Titans world a little bit kind of fantasy-esque, but I'm fine with it. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so another thing I want to go over with you guys is that this game is obviously not only about getting quests done, you also have to survive while getting the quests done. So there's obviously food and water meters. And you can see on the right there, I just got a quest called Find Water. So kind of a pro tip for you guys if you start playing this game is to let your food and water meters, you can see how low they are for me. They're both about 20%, 15% maybe. You want to let them drop low if you can. If you can risk it, it's worth it because you'll get the quest to then drink water or eat food. They're called your survival quests. And your survival quest is going to be a very easy, reliable way for you to complete quests and get not only marks, but a little bit of a growth spurt for your dinosaur to progress towards full adult. You aren't always able to risk it, right? If you're in an area that either has too many predators or you know that the food supply and the water quality is dropping, because those are both systems in the game that you have to pay attention to and be aware of. But if you are able to risk it, it is easily the most reliable way to get quests every so often as your dinosaur gets thirsty and hungry. So, yeah, a little tip for you guys there. I hope it helps. But here I am once again collecting some lake weed because I found a quiet little lake with no predators. So we'll make use of this easy quest and then continue on our way. Alright guys, so I've been running around and at a little bit of a concerning moment here. I think we should be fine, but I am low on food. I have the food quest I was telling you guys about, which is good. But I'm looking for some bushes. There weren't any in the forest up there, so I've actually kind of managed to make my way back to Grassland Lake here, which is full of berries just like that I'm looking for. Awesome. They tend to, these berries tend to be in open prairies, so if you're an herbivore and you're frantically looking for food, try to go to the open prairies. Don't be under any trees because berry bushes rarely are under trees. They are, it's not an absolute. They can be under trees, but generally speaking, they're in the big open areas, which I think is a good gameplay choice because it kind of looks cool to have a bunch of herbivores in the prairie, but it also finally gets the herbivores out into the open for those carnivore players to actually have prey available. Because you gotta look at the game from both sides, right? Right now I'm playing an herbivore and I'm pretty much just running around, getting quests done, living my life. But as a predator, you do have to be opportunistic, and you've got to, you know, if you see a player who's playing an herbivore that's young and can't quite get away, that's your opportunity to get a hunt in and to get some meat, as well as usually predators have a quest called like to kill a herbivore. That's their objective. So you get a lot of marks for that, a lot of growth, and it's really rewarding as a carnivore player to actually manage to get a kill. Okay, well, you can see here that in the very bottom, if you take a look at my experience bar, I am super close to hitting full adult. So we're going to go ahead and head on over. You can see this blue waymark here. That is my location quest. Blue ones are location quests. So it's telling me to go there. I'll get that quest done. That might be enough. And we'll head on over to the home cave where I can show you guys kind of the skin system. And we'll finally be full adult on my first full adult dinosaur, which is exciting. Alright guys, I hit it. Sleeping Giant. You can see my growth going up. You can also see in the chat there, I'm in local chat, and people said 2 aloes dead. So those 2 aloes that we saw probably did end up attacking those herbivores, and it looks like they didn't quite survive. So, you know, you gotta shoot your shot, and they missed. But let's see here with one more second. I think my character is ready to go. Oh, I'm so close. I'm gonna sliver. Okay, one more quest and then we will be there. Okay, we've got a good final quest here at the Sleeping Giant. Just gonna go ahead and grab one of these branches, and they want me to deliver it up to the top, which is pretty cool. I remember doing this on my little Allosaurus with a buddy, and there was a bunch of carnivores around here, so we kind of had to just like find our moment and quickly get up this rock and deliver this. Because once you're up there, you're pretty much trapped. Let's see, how do I get up there? Right here. The route up. Okay. And here we go, Speedy Boy. It's been a few hours, I'm not going to lie, total, to get this guy all the way up to full adult. It's no easy task, but he has managed to do it. Let's drop this off. And let's hit full adult. Give a victory roar. In the dusk afternoon. I know it's probably pretty dark on your guys' end because YouTube likes to kind of compress the lighting, but there we go. Full adult. Congratulations, Speedy Boy. That's awesome. Yeah. Alright. Let me go off to that home cave that I was talking about, and we can talk about a few more things before ending off the video for you guys. Alright, folks. We have made it. Ran throughout the night. It was pretty gloomy and pretty quiet and peaceful, to be honest. But here we have the Tyrant's Gorge home cave. So like I mentioned, these home caves are where you can do your ability upgrades, and they kind of work as like a Sims-esque, you know, home cave. You can go ahead and run in here, and it's your own private little home cave. Nobody else can follow you in here unless you invite them in. And I haven't done anything here. It's super basic, although I do have a video, if you are interested, that shows off. The devs worked with me, and they sent me a bunch of marks so that I can show off what an endgame cave looks like, which is really fun to do. So I ended up having like 3 different rooms, and they were fully customized. So if you're interested to see what you can ultimately do with the home cave, I'll have the video recommended at the end for you guys to check out. But for right now, all we're here to do really is to go into character, go up into skins, and to purchase the skin that I would love for this guy, which is Red Skin, or sorry, Red Stripe. Red Stripe is actually the one that I picked way back before they did the growth update. When they did the growth update, they resetted all the dinosaurs, and so before I had pretty much every dinosaur in the game, and I had played them a bunch, which I made videos for each of them in the Path of Titans playlist, if you guys are interested. So Speedy Boy is back to full potential that he used to be, but I had to work for it this time. But anyway, we're going to get the Red Stripe skin, and you see when you purchase the skin in this game, it actually only unlocks the first color of it. And from there on, you have to upgrade each little section, but They're only like 150 mark at that point. It's nothing compared to the 9,000 or whatever I just paid. So there we go. So now I can sit here and customize each specific section of colors. And let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so here is the finished red stripe I went with. Kind of a black on red coloration. I think it looks pretty flashy and pretty cool. It's still pretty subtle and a little bit believable too. I'm not a big fan of crazy colors on dinosaurs like electric lime green or bright yellow on like a stegosaurus or something. That doesn't really make sense. But on certain male bird-like creatures, I think vibrant colors make sense. They would use it for mating, and so having a bright red mixed with kind of black for camo coloration on a Struthiomimus I think looks pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and begin shed. And what's cool about shedding in this game is you can see at the top right here, it's got my shedding meter. So let me run outside to get a little bit better view. Hopefully it's a little bit brighter out there for you guys. And what I like to do is show off a little bit of a time lapse of the skin changing, because it'll change from what you originally have, which right now is my default adult skin, and it will slowly change into the red. So let's go ahead and find a cool spot here. I really wish it was daytime for this, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and park right here and enjoy the very quick time lapse. All right, everybody, you can see the shedding is just ending, and again, I know it's dark, it's not optimal, but you can see that I've got a little bit of red now hanging out in his skin, so he is looking great. Whoops. Don't need a bug report. I wanted to do a call. All right. I'm going to go ahead and run back into the safety of my home cave and go ahead and end the episode here, folks. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you learned a little bit about Unreal Engine 5 and Path to Titans and how they are going forward. To kind of summarize my feeling, doesn't look like it changed too much visually on our end, but I do know on the back end, it's going to set up a lot for the future. They can definitely really make the sun rays better and the water even better than it looked today. So I am very excited for that. But if you guys enjoyed this episode and want to kind of see more from me, make sure you like and subscribe down below to join the Sauropod squad. I would be eternally grateful to have you in the squad here on YouTube. But yeah, that's it from me and Speedy Boi. I can give a little bit of a happy call there. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. I've been Jay. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. But until next time,